Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Cast London show and the news here at www.red5599.com and the news at castlondon.co.uk. www.castlondon.co.uk. Now, we're here at the Savoy Hotel in the West End of London, my suite, just speaking about developments in the entertainment business and the latest news to do with feature filmmaking, radio and television, and so on and so forth. With regard to how I see the, in particular, the black and ethnic entertainment scene around the world, and specifically here in London. I have many friends in London myself who have schooled me in different areas of life: fashion, film, music, theatre, advertising, PR, promotions. If you take, say, an advertising agency like Saatchi and Saatchi, I know the head of Saatchi and Saatchi. I know the head of M&C Saatchi, Guys Gerald Thompson. I don't know Martin Sowell from WPP. I know a few people. I used to know Malcolm Miles, who was the chairman and CEO of McKen Erickson, the legendary advertising agency. Still functioning. They have the account for Coca-Cola, Martini, and Esso. I've had dealings with the BBC over the air, BBC Radio 1 and ITV. But this is my suite here at the Savoy. One thing I want to explain to you is that Savoy is the traditional home of Hollywood movie stars like Elizabeth Taylor. I was downstairs with some of the management from the Savoy earlier on, and we were in the American bar, American Grill as it's called, downstairs having a meeting about my Cast London Jazz and Beat Music Club next year. Now the Savoy, as you can see, is home from home for gentlemen and English aristocracy. Her Majesty the Queen of England used to be, sorry, I'm a bit low on the mic. Her Majesty the Queen of England used to meet here on a regular basis with her husband, His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, when they were younger. He's coming for many functions in the 50s and 60s. Now this suite itself is what the Savoy call a luxury suite, and I'm going to show you everything, including the poodaloo. Here it is here, and as you can see, it's a very nice place, very sociable. You can see, you know, if you get up in the morning, have a shower, and you feel luxury. I have a butler, by the way, that attends to my affairs here. By the way, my name is Caston, and also known as Kenville Samuel. Okay, I grew up in St Albans in Hertfordshire, and I was in the Royal Air Force in the mid-70s, where I met Her Majesty the Queen of England. Today is the 4th of 4th of April 2017, as you can see there from the diary, 4th of April 2017. Now the Savoy, the doors have a key system. You can just lock, let yourself into the door. But this is like you can see it, the Savoy, just the notation. Now the Savoy itself has been around since about 1880, roughly. One of the first hotels in modern hotels in London, built around the Savoy, the royal family of Italy, Savoy. It's a very old Italian family. Let's go in the bedroom, have a look at the bedroom. Now, as you can see, this is where it's always been my ambition to live here, and it's turned out well for me. It's costing me between £2,000 and £5,000 a night to stay here, and it's worth it. The last person I know to have stayed here as an entertainer from our community is the great Stevie Wonder. Stevie was here a while ago. I noticed Keith Richards, who was promoting an album here in the Savoy Hotel. Richard Harris, the great actor, used to live here, the Savoy Hotel, before he passed away. He had spent a large chunk of his career here. As you can see, it's a very spacious room. This is the bedroom area with all mod kinds of facilities thrown in And the Savoy has just been redecorated um, in the last 3 years. It reopened in the year 2010. We're now in 2017, as I said. But I've been coming here since the mid 80s. The Savoy, about 30 years now. I've been coming here. Going to Boots and Company back across the road and so on and so forth. By the way, I have two feature films which I've got the point now where they're fully funded. One, the budget for one film is The Big Black Dude, as it's called. The budget for that is $100 million. We're casting that at the moment in the state newspaper. And the other film is John Devine, the Cultural Ambassador, which the BBC and ITV has held a black bond. That's funded as well. The budget for that's $120 million. So we're going into production with both films June 2018. Hopefully we'll be at Pinewood Studios and around the world. This suite looks out onto the embankment. There's the River Thames. As you can see, there's the London Eye. And now the Parliament just across the road from here. That's the embankment. And there's people just going home from going about their business. Great view. Call this the river view, as they say in hotel jargon. Savoy, a lot of people don't know, it's a 5-star luxury hotel frequented by people. I was in the list this morning, and an American lady asked me if I'm American myself. She asked me if I'm a jazz singer. Let's go in the bathroom and have a look at the bathroom to see, get some flavor of what it's like in here. Now, as you can see, there's a shower here, a fantastic shower, excellent shower, and this is very comfortable. I used it this morning. This is the John, as they say in America, the loo, and there's a nice bath there. As you can see, all mod cons, very nice place. So this is you're effectively in my suite here at the Savoy Hotel in London with me. Now, what I was going to say about the news to do with what I've seen on YouTube recently, I noticed there was I logged into a track called Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye, and the track said it had 25 million hits on YouTube. That means effectively the track has been listened to 25 million times on YouTube. So what we have, I had to do some research the other day to try and understand what YouTube really is. It's a video jukebox. And imagine where we're going to be now in about, say, 5 years' time with about 10 versions of YouTube when these young entrepreneurs come up and understand its value and its valuability. Now, what we have is like, we're going back to the 50s in some respects with records and recording. I know Chuck Berry just passed away, bless him, and I was a great fan of his, although I never got to see him or James Brown. But we're going back to the 50s now with music and recording. And a lot of black people, black musicians and their families and black entertainers, this is the Dorothy Dandridge and Bessie Smiths of this world, and Lena Horne and Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan and Dina Washington. A lot of these jazz singers are going to benefit. Ma Rainey, Blind Boy, Left Jefferson. A lot of these jazz singers are going to benefit because of YouTube bringing in the goods. Even if you take the song system, see a lot of those song tapes that used to get a feed from the preamp from Cox and Java, Fat Man, some of the yard songs like Gemini, Racing Bullet, Kilimanjaro, all these songs. A lot of those guys, the preamp feed, Bodyguard Music, the preamp feed that's now up on YouTube, that will be monetized at some point, and the families who produce that music, families whose relatives produce that music will benefit. But you need to find some way to deal with the people who are on YouTube and to ensure that if your voice is being, if your family's music is being pushed over YouTube by the sound system, then somehow it has to be paid for by the owner of YouTube. I understand YouTube is owned by Google. The thing is, if you take Google, for instance, which is supplying you with information from all types of subjects all over the world, from sex to agriculture, then you have to understand that there's something that you got to pass aside and pass up, and don't worry about passing off interest. I, for instance, although I created the tagline Black Bond with my colleague Leon Herbert, the whole subject. I noticed Steven Spielberg was on the internet recently saying that he thinks Idris Elba should play the Black Bond. We've got ourselves entangled now because we're talking about James Bond being black. What we've created is a work that we think is a cool alternative to the James Bond franchise. And that is what we should address really. I think we're wasting a lot of energy trying to persuade Eon Productions to put out some version of a black man playing James Bond, which is not, in my view anyway, not true to the character that Ian Fleming created in Jamaica when he created Dr. No and all of other books. And as I know, Fleming, like myself, was in the military. He was in the Navy. I was in the Royal Air Force. My character is based on my life in the Royal Air Force. And the character is called John Devine, Cultural Ambassador. Now, I've actually written a short story with myself as a character, as Cass London. And it's actually here. I've got it here just to show you the actual book itself, which is it's called The Cultural Ambassador. See it there? That's the Cultural Ambassador, Chapter 1, Volume 1, by Kenville Cass Samuel. That's it there. And there's the back of it there. The back of it goes on to say, science, love, romance, space adventure, a fantastic pocket novel series for the internet generation and beyond, tuned into the astonishing advanced intellect of divine beings and the divine deities, falling in love with channeling and the astonishingly advanced intellect of divine beings and the divine deities behind us. And it's got like a crown head, tuned into our free universe, guidance speaking. And it's all about my relationship with Elohim, because I channel with the Elohim like a preacher, like T.J. Drake, one of those kind of guys. So I'm here at the Savoy for Foreseeable Future. If you have any questions and queries, my email address is cassblack@yahoo.com. See if I can A for sugar, black@yahoo.com. And my mobile number is 07780 156 072. My ambition one day is to have a legal radio station called Afro Universe. And I know Red is in the process of turning www.red559.com into an internet radio station, which I think is going to be very dynamic and exciting. It's what the world needs. But personally, if I was to look at websites on the internet, I know it doesn't have that many hits as such, but I would say www.red559.com as a portal is in the top 20 websites on the internet right now. They say YouTube is one of the most visited websites, but Red is a very good site, especially when it comes to black culture. If you want to know the history of, say, Levi Roots, for instance, you find all Levi Roots stuff is up on the legendary Levi Roots and his catering establishment, catering empire, his reggae sauce, and all these other things that he's come up with, jerk chicken, condiments for jerk chicken and Jamaican cooking, and so on and so forth. Yes, I'm a friend of Sir Coxsone Sound, the whole movement, whatever it stands for. It has many meanings to many people. It's been around since 1952 with Cameron Coxsone died when he was a 19-year-old boy. And it's still going strong with Lloyd and Festa celebrating it over here. But I think what's going to happen is, you notice if you look at people on the street today, if you go on the tube now, you find at least, if you take a sample of 10 people, 9 of those people have got something in their ears to listen to music. And you can't talk to that person. The person's an android. You can't just go and tap him on the shoulder and try and have a real conversation with they're upset. So what we have are people that are, I would say, are borderline bipolar, as they say in psychiatry, who haven't got time to literally pick up something like this simply and read it, as they say in Savoy. People don't read anymore. Paper itself is not tangible to a lot of people. So newspapers and magazines, like you take, say, this magazine here, The Economist, which I used to read when I was in the Royal Air Force. Look how thin it is now compared to how it used to be before. And most people won't even consider reading The Economist as a serious thing to do, or the Financial Times or whatever, or the Guardian. Financial Times is quite expensive. The Guardian's £2 per day. The FT's £2.50. Now, with regard to the Savoy provides a fantastic and great range of dining facilities, food to eat, and we have here, you can have food 24/7. You have breakfast menu, you have the lunch menu, afternoon tea, you have an all-day dining menu, and you have a night menu starts at 11 o'clock and goes through to 6 in the morning. You have another room service at any time, and the butler comes and asks you what he can do for you, and so on and so forth, and treats you. Now, with regard to my guest next year at the Castellan Jazz and Beat Music Club, I'm not sure who's going to come. I'm looking for celebrities and the agents to contact me. Ring me, tell me what you want to see. I'm hoping that we're going to have comedians on. It's going to be a cross between the Johnny Carson show and the Rat Pack kind of idea, like Sunday night in London Palladium. Sometimes I call myself the Black Lou Grade, if you can remember Lou Grade. I'm just Benny Hill meets Monty Python. I'm a wacky dude. I do all kind of wacky things. I write wacky stories. This whole issue about the Elohim is quite wacky anyway. And we ourselves, as you know, we don't last that long. I'm 60 years old next week, if you believe. So, and it's almost as though I'm still 16. I feel I'm still 16. My mother is no longer alive. Neither is my father. Neither is my sister. So all I have are you out there to go overall to love me. I don't have any children. I'm not even in a relationship with a girl at the moment. I don't normally have someone on the go. So I'm looking to make friends with the world, especially the showbiz world. But a lot of you out there are really famous. And, good is good. That's good. Good to see that. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, Yahoo. I love the internet. I think it's done a fantastic job in giving us that status that we need. What did they say in advertising? Image building based around aspirational lifestyle. And you don't get more aspirational than this, do you? This is the Savoy Hotel, the world's top 5-star hotel. Anyway, we'll close it off there. And welcome to Black Hollywood in London. Pick up David Harewood, Adrian Lester, Richard Blackwood, Leon Herbert, Charlie Allen, Oswald Boateng, all London dudes, David Aliwayo. Who else do I know? That's relevant. Eddie Nestor, Angela Marr, Brandy Manners, Carol Thompson, Winston Reedy. Who else do I know in London? Trevor Walters, Daddy Coxon, Festus, Blacker Dread. Who else do I know? Oh, Dennis Shaw from Saxon Sound, Musclehead, Tipper Irie, Philip Levi, all the radio stations, Buzz FM, the old Choice FM crew, Patrick Berry and Neil Kenlock, Val McCullough, and Flip Fraser from The Voice newspaper, Donovan Ruddock and Mr. Ruddock at The Voice, I spoke to the other day. Who else can I big up, music-wise? Oh yeah, Rudolph Walker on EastEnders, Lenny Henry, attention, and all of you out there, some of you know me. As for the American crew, big up Quincy Jones, Berry Gordy, Harry Belafonte, Sidney Poitier, and all those people out there doing their thing. Eddie Murphy, Puff Daddy, Jay-Z, Kanye West, the man, Drake, Jennifer Lopez, Janet Jackson. I bring up all the late greats from Michael Jackson to Prince. We do miss them all. Anyway, I'll close off there now. That's enough. And J. Brown will say, hey!